This should be streaming to the right thing, right?
I should check. I'm logged into the wrong account.
Shoot. Oh, look, nope, looks like it's working. Hey
That's
there.
always a good sign.
Yes. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the final episode, final podcast of My Hero Academia Season 5. I mean,
Yes, we're here at the end, and there are things that happen, and there are stuff, and there's things, and I want season 6, 12, and 19.
yeah, you ain't kidding. Freaking this season. Well, I guess I'll save my overall opinion of it at the very end, but for now, this season has just been kind of, I don't know, all over the place in my opinion. But
Yeah,
anyway,
these last couple episodes, last couple episodes keep it in like my favorite, or as one of my favorite anime, though.
yeah, yeah, these last couple episodes were really good. Speaking of the last couple episodes, I guess I'll talk about the episode prior to this, before the very last one.
Yeah,
Freaking Shigaraki just absolutely evolving his quirk and just absolutely becoming super powerful.
yeah, like taking down that other guy basically without even trying.
I know. That was just so crazy. Just literally like he destroyed a whole city with his
Yeah,
power.
basically.
He did that decay move and then the whole city just completely crumbled. And
Yeah, it's like everything. It before, like the only way he touched was destroyed, but now it's anything connected to it he can destroy, and that's a lot.
I know. Yeah, that's a scary thought to think that he's gotten that strong, and imagine what he can do if he can literally put that power and fight against the heroes. Ugh.
Yeah, because for a while it didn't seem like he'd be all that powerful, especially compared to what the heroes had. But now that's changed.
Yeah, which is it's crazy to think that I remember it was the first couple seasons. The League of Villains kind of seemed like a joke, to be honest. I mean, they had their introduction the first season, then it just seemed like they were kind of just in the background while everyone else was kind of doing their thing. And
Yeah, like they could fight the students, but like professional heroes involved, it wasn't really even close.
right, then you
Unless they
had
had like the Nomu helping them, but still.
right, then you thought, oh, Overhaul is gonna take over as the new villain. And then Shigaraki freaking decayed his hands, and now it's just like,
Yeah.
okay. This guy's not gonna. Now he's gonna be a freaking force to reckon with, which is absolutely just going to be insane once he
Well,
finally does something.
and plus now it's him the leader of the Liberation Army.
That's right. He the that one dude, Redestro, he basically just conceded and said, "You win, you win. You are now
Yeah.
the new leader of the Meta Liberation Army."
Yeah.
And then they changed the name from Meta Liberation Army to the Paranormal Front. That's what it
Yeah,
was called.
Paranormal Liberation Front. Yeah,
Interesting.
and it's also a lot of interesting clashes of ideals too, with Shigaraki fighting Redestro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he it's just it's so strange because Redestro was this cocky, arrogant person saying that he was going to own him, blah 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 blah, and then at the even like after he whooped his ass in the fight, like whenever they were, I guess, talking about the new name, the Paranormal Liberation Front, and how uh he was the new leader. Like once they got off stage, Redestro was like kind of like an assistant, where he's just like, "Anything for you, sir? Would you like a drink of water? Okay, bye."
Yeah, it's very interesting seeing like Shigaraki now in this role, and I'm still like not completely sure what his goal is. Is it just to like destroy? Does he have some greater motive behind what he's trying to do?
See, I don't know. Oh, QRW6 is here. What up, EA and Rising?
Oh yes,
Season
I like
6.
RW6.
Season 6 is where it goes down. But don't do another movie if it's going to mess up the season. You know, I think I've seen one of their movies.
Yeah, I saw the first one. I
Yeah,
haven't like
that one.
been too interested in the other ones.
Yeah, because aren't those kind of like Dragon Ball movies where it's just like you could watch them if you want, but they're not really canon?
Yeah, I think they're like filler. The first one like wasn't bad, but it's like no reason to get excited for it.
Right, because it happened in between seasons like 2 and 3, and yeah, it's
Yeah.
there, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch those. But anyway, how you doing there, QRW6? Hope all is well. Um, let's see. So yeah, but that is a good question. I don't know what his motives are because we saw how he basically became Shigaraki from this little
Yeah, we
kid.
did. And, like we understand his past, but it's like what does he want to do? Is he just doing this to basically like follow all for one? Or does he have something else? Like he's basically in a way succeeded, but now what?
Yeah, and apparently when we lead into the next episode, I guess he's gonna go through a 4 month, uh, I don't know what it is, like an electroshock type treatment.
Yeah.
The freaking doctor said he's going to reach levels that All for One's never even reached, which means in comparison, he's gonna be stronger.
Yeah, and he's already really strong. I'm wondering too, like, what exactly is this? Is it like, is he getting other quirks? How like All for One has or is able to like transfer them? Did All for One like give the Doctor that capability as well, which might make sense with the Nomu?
Yeah, that would. But yeah, I don't
There's
know.
there's also the whole thing about the quirk and the singularity, whereas like the quirks are evolving faster than people can handle them.
Yeah, that's true. Because we
So I
didn't we didn't just see it in him. We saw it in like everyone else, the villains and the heroes. Their quirks are evolving.
Yeah, I think just like society as a whole, like as generations go on, quirks get more complicated, more advanced, they mix in different ways. And there's a risk that people just won't be able to handle them and will cause a lot of bad things to happen.
Right,
And like
exactly.
whatever the doctor is doing is like preparing Shigaraki for that.
That's so crazy. Kira W6, I liked when they all submitted to Shigaraki. Yeah. Yeah, that's when I was like, okay, this
Yeah,
person is no longer a joke. He is the strongest. Holy crap. Yeah, that's and how do you like that God, I can never remember her name. Crazy Insane Girl is now like one of the lieutenants or something or
oh yeah,
captains.
yeah, that's kind of scary. Granted,
uh,
the whole League of Villains isn't completely normal, so yeah, that's fitting.
yeah, could you imagine her like leading a whole bunch of like group of people? Come on, guys, we're gonna go ahead and lick some blood. What? Who is
You
this
mean
lady?
that's a weird thing to do?
I would say so. Just because I think it would not benefit. Kira W6 said, the My Hero Academia movies are like the Dragon Ball Z movies. Okay, I thought so. The studio creates a filler episode to promote the movie as a way to mix it into the plot like the DBZ. Yeah, okay. So it doesn't add or take away anything from it. But fair enough. I thought so. Uh, so yeah, so pretty much Shigaraki is the brand new leader, as we've discussed already, of the newly named Paranormal Liberation Front.
Yeah. And one of the things I really liked about this episode is how society was making Shigaraki, how basically leaving him with no other options. Like he was wanting someone to save him after he had killed his family. He's thinking like in a world filled with heroes, someone should do something. And like if someone had reached out a hand, things might be different. But the one who finally reached out a hand was All for One.
Right, right. Oh, the bad guy happened to reach out a hand. That old lady decided to just be like, "Well, a hero's eventually gonna save you."
Yeah, but like not doing anything herself.
I'm late for work. It's like, who says that? I'll be late for work if it means to help out a poor kid. But some people can be so selfish.
Yeah, I think it's just like commentary on society as a whole. How a lot of people are like wrapped up in their own mind and their problems, and if it requires too much inconvenience for them, they're not going to do anything.
Right, right. It's sad but true. It just goes to show you that sometimes, as a society, we can just be so incredibly selfish and just, oh well, someone will eventually fix it.
Yeah,
And you know, someone will pick up that trash off the floor. Someone will fix whatever. Yeah, I totally agree. But yeah, what we got at the last episode pretty much was, well, we had the villains. Hawks was in there. I think this was kind of like surmising everything that had happened when
yeah,
Hawks
like
was
Fox was like
infiltrating it.
recording what had happened. Yeah, in it looked like he had killed someone, like as proof to Dobby that he could be trusted. And I didn't get a good look, and I didn't go back to it, but it looked like it could have been Best Jeanist.
Best Jeanist? What was best?
Uh,
That was who's best Jeanist again?
the hero with like the giant jeans as clothes.
Oh yeah,
Because I like got a quick look, I should have gone back to see like, but that's who I thought it was like in that body bag. I was like, wait, did Hawks do that or is because like I feel like Hawks wouldn't,
no.
but he still convinced Dobby that he had killed someone at the very least.
I think if anything, it was a fake, a fake body. I mean,
Yeah,
could
or
it's
someone else who was already dead and he used that body, but still.
right, right. He just found some homeless drifter and just decided to put him out of his misery, and then just cover him up as a superhero, the genist guy.
Yeah,
I can't imagine him killing somebody.
yeah. Still, what I thought was interesting here too was Hawks was commenting like you have like the media being involved with the Liberation Army because they're the ones who like covered up what had happened.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
There's
right.
also
They
like the
did.
hero industry is involved too.
Yeah. So what does all that mean?
I feel like it's another commentary about the media because they keep like touching on that throughout like all the seasons and like the media's influence on people.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the media has a strong influence of how we react as a society. That is for damn sure. And the same can be said in a world where, in My Hero, where it's good versus evil and people in quirks and whatever. I can definitely see that happening here too.
Yeah, I kind of want to like just rewatch it, trying to piece together all the different messages that the show has, and like see if I can put together like what is it trying to say.
Right.
Because there's a lot of interesting ideas in the show, and that's probably the reason I like it so much. Is it's not just a story about heroes and villains, but comments on society as a whole quite a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Kara W6, compress what pretty much the only member that didn't get a character moment. I must have missed that one. Sorry. Hawks
Uh,
ain't a killer. I don't think he would, since he's still a hero though, and through and through. Yeah, I agree.
yeah, that is true. So yeah, it's also interesting like how he's doing the type of stuff that like most heroes aren't or would not be willing to do, like getting involved with the villains like that.
Yeah, yeah. He's the only one that's doing it, and he's risking himself quite a bit doing what he's doing. Because if he gets caught and they realize he's not on their side but on the hero side, he's gone. I have a feeling he's going to be gone in season 6.
Yeah, bad things will happen to him when they figure it out.
I feel bad. In fact, speaking of season 6, I mean, it comes to no surprise they announced the season 6 for next year, and it's like, okay,
Oh
I
yeah.
kind of figured that would be.
Will it be like next spring, or are we gonna have to wait a full year for it?
See, I don't know. I don't know
Because I
when
don't.
it's gonna come out, but I would assume it would be sometime next year. And I think if this is any indicator of what's to come, I think this is the calm before the storm. I think that there is
Yeah.
going to be some crazy shit that's going to happen in season 6, and we are just going to be. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of shocking deaths in this season. I don't know how. I just have a feeling that there's going to be some heroes that we see and know that are going to die.
I could see that considering, like, in season 4, they killed Night Eye and, well, and, Miria lost his power. Did they
Mm,
kill any other heroes there?
not that I know. I mean, I
'Cause
know Overhaul killed some people, but like they were
yeah.
other villains, and that was surprising to me because he just came up to one guy and just blew him up.
Yeah, and, like, he killed the one, like, a villain's person.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what her name was, though.
Yeah, I forget, but yeah, I something just tells me we're in for an emotional roller coaster next season, and I don't know if my heart can take it. There, Rising.
Yeah. Oh, especially if you consider, like, how dark Shigaraki's past was, it's definitely preparing us to that's saying, like, "Yes, the show can go to dark places."
Right, and I think if they're going to attack and it's going to because they're building up to this giant attack with hundreds of thousands of I guess you could just call them not Liberty Front anymore, paranormal
Yeah,
Liberty
the
Front.
Liberation Army.
Yeah, that. But
Yeah.
now that we have
Well,
all these people
did you see
looking
the after credits scene
after
for
credits.
the most recent episode?
Hold on. I'm trying to remember. Played that, and then it showed like they were. Oh, right. They it looked like the UA classmates were about to start fighting,
Yeah, it looks like for, like, their internship, they're recruiting all the students to be part of the attack from the heroes.
which I'm just like, whoa. So they're about to start fighting now.
Yeah, so it felt kinda jarring to, like, skip to that maybe, like, in season 6 to, like, take some time to build up to it, and that was just, like, the hook to get us, like, excited for season 6.
Right. I think that's what's gonna happen. Kira W6, My Hero Academia has content to do season 6, but I think they'll air it in fall 2022 to allow room for the manga, or yeah, the manga to stay ahead because it's a arc away. Oh wow. So it's almost caught up? That's crazy.
Yeah. I feel like even if the yeah, I feel like the with them doing it, like, a year between each season, it gives them more than enough time for the manga to continue staying ahead. But, yeah, if they do it, like, in spring, that might get it closer than they want.
Mhm. Yeah. I just know whenever it comes to like shows like this that, it's based off a manga and then they're going off of it, it's eventually gonna catch up. And then at
Yeah.
that point, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna like wait until the manga's finished? Are you gonna wait till there's more material? Or then at that point, are we just gonna see a lot of anime original stuff after a while?
Yeah, and I feel like they don't wanna do that, otherwise they would have just, like, not taken breaks between seasons.
Right. Right.
So I
Not
think the way that they're doing it works well, like, have a 6-month to a year break between each season, and then that way they don't have to do filler.
the thing happened with season 4. What thing happened? Like they were caught up in season 4?
I don't think they were. Yes, please explain.
Yeah, I'm gonna say hi. Sorry, QRW6. I don't read the manga. I was just curious to know what you mean by this. But I guess as we're talking about the UA students, this was the first time we saw uh the students in like so many episodes, and all of them seem to be expanding upon their powers and quirks, and that they're doing more. They're doing more.
Yeah, 'cause you saw them all, like, grow from their internships. It was interesting too how the, robots were referencing, Terminator, so that was fun.
Oh my gosh, this real Skynet and all that. Yeah,
Yes.
that was so funny. Uh,
They had fun with that.
Kurt W6 said the studio wants to keep My Hero Academia yearly. Yeah, I get that. I think it's been yearly since it's been created.
Yeah,
I could
'cause no, I think we might like, we had season 1 in 16, season 2 in 17. I think yeah, because I think it was there was a started having the year delays instead of 6 months between, 3 and 4 and now 4 and 5.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's why they so season 4, they start slowing it down to let the manga stay ahead.
Okay, that would actually make sense as to why like, season 4 had an amazing first half and then the second half was felt like it was just kind of like filler. That
Yeah,
that that makes
it might
sense.
be they need to, like, expand the, what they had for the manga to, like, fill out the rest of the season.
Okay. I'm cool with that. As long as it doesn't start turning into these weird long expedition of side stories, I'm okay with that because and as long as the stories are interesting, I don't mind as well. But you know,
Yeah,
you know how Bleach was. I swear, Bleach is one of the worst. Where it has a story, then it goes back, then forward, then back, then a random
yes,
side story, then back forward, then back. It's just
yeah,
it's terrible.
yeah. Because that might be why the like school festival arc took so long because it like kind of works because just with the break in the seriousness of the story, but it definitely did feel a bit jarring.
Yeah, yeah,
There, yeah, there were some other interesting things in the final episode too. Like we saw how Uraraka now has like wires as part of her costume, like
yeah.
learning from when she was trying to rescue Deku when his power is going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought
Yeah,
that was cool to see.
yeah, yeah. She has the hots for Deku. I think
I
we
mean,
all know that.
I'll ship it. I'm okay with that pairing.
Who does Bakugo go with?
I don't think Bakugo knows how to love anyone.
He loves himself.
I mean, the Invisible Girl like seemed to possibly have a thing for him.
Yeah, she was talking to him, wasn't she?
Yeah,
And I think when it comes to Todoroki, you have what's her name? Momo. I think she has a
yeah,
thing
well,
for him.
yeah. I can definitely see that.
Yeah. But other than that, we have Meta or Mineta, excuse me. He's never going to be with anybody.
Yeah, yeah. No, not him.
I mean, he's willing to be with somebody, but you know, it's just one of those get away from me, pervert.
Yeah, they're not willing to be with him.
Uh, but it seems going back to the powers, it seems like Deku has finally kind of mastered his new whip's power.
Yeah, yeah. It's like he can't. It's like he can only hold it for like a second, so it's not much, but definitely something, and gives him another ability.
Yeah, yeah, he took all those fake Terminators and like crushed them all into a ball. Yeah, that was pretty neat. I'm real surprised and just real I'm real happy for him. He's finally starting to master that, and now it seems like he's going to master another one of his powers, which is float. He's gonna
Yeah,
freaking fly.
yeah. That's cool. I like how Baku is saying, "Well, I'm already had to do that because I can float with explosions."
Yeah, that was pretty funny just because of the fact that, you know, I swear he's always feels like he's in competition with Deku.
I wonder if Araka is going to help Deku to master that one.
I was thinking the same thing because she is a master of floating.
Yeah,
That's her thing. So I can see them kind of like, all right, this is how you do it, and this and that. Yeah, and then they grow closer, and then she
yeah,
confesses, and then all of a sudden they kiss
exactly. That's how season 6 is going to end.
with a kiss.
Yep, I'll take it.
All right, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, I did like the one idea when they were talking about the other holders of One for All, how they weren't chosen ones, but they're just like entrusted by the previous holder. And I think that's an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah, what I also thought was an interesting fact too, when they were going through all the different inheritors of One for All, is they all died young.
Yeah,
That that doesn't bode well for Deku, and I don't even know how old All Might's supposed to be in this show. He looks like an old man.
I think probably like 40 or so.
Yeah, yeah. So but they all died young, and Deku, you know, super young. I who knows how long he's gonna live before he bites the big one. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's an interesting thought. That's an interesting
yeah.
thought.
Like my theory about the series is the like from the beginning we know it's Deku narrating it,
Hmm.
so I think it's like him telling the story as he's passing on One for All to the next person.
That's a good theory because I think that is a that's an interesting thought because I can definitely see that. I can see that he's like on his deathbed or something. Maybe not even diving. Maybe he's just like an old man by that point or old for the power because, you know, they all die young. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's passing it on to the next successor, whoever that may be. So I think that would be an interesting way to go about it. Okay,
Okay.
so
QRW6 says that All Might is in his late 40s, so I was right.
that was a good guess.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. But yeah, he looks like he's at least double that because he looks like an old man coughing up blood.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that can't be good for him.
He was doing that this episode too when he was yelling and talking at him. Good job. They was just like coughing up blood every time he talked.
He wasn't like restraining himself that time.
Yeah, it was like a normal thing for him. He's like used to coughing up blood now.
Yeah, I feel like the students should be like, are you okay? Do you need to like go to the hospital?
No, I'm totally fine. I'm just coughing up blood.
It is cool, like seeing him like he can't do anything heroic anymore, but how he can still continue to inspire people and be a teacher, which I think is really neat.
Yeah, he was talking to Eraserhead at the end. How he said that he wants to keep on living.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a nice little heartwarming scene because I guess he felt like he was worthless.
Well, he also expected to be killed during the All for One battle.
Right. He gave everything he had into that fight. Still one of the best parts of the whole series so far.
Oh yeah, that's one of the best battles in all anime.
Yeah, I absolutely I get so emotional when that scene happens.
I want to go rewatch it now.
Yeah, I want to watch it after this too. But yeah, I thought that was neat. He wanted to get back into he wanted to get back to normalcy and well, not normal, but just you know what I mean. Like he doesn't want to just be a bum and just kind of wait for things to happen. He wants to do stuff for people now.
Yeah, we also got a reference that Eraser said that All Might has a meeting with Stain scheduled.
I saw that, and I
Yeah,
was
like I went back, like I paused and rewound, just like, wait, did I read that right?
right. That was just like so casual. It's like, oh yeah, oh by the way, you have a meeting with Stan. I'm sorry, what? Go back.
Yeah, like okay, what's going on there?
Now that's gonna be cool to see because I always felt like Stain was such an underrated villain because he had well, you know, he has his reasons of being a villain and he has a code that he lives by and
Right.
how he kills and doesn't kill is just I don't know, he's just so freaking interesting that I
It's
felt like he was just never used enough and he was used way too early.
yeah, like he was only in the show for basically like 3 or 4 episodes and then he was gone. So
Right.
like and I do like how My Hero does that, how they like have these different storylines that they like set to the side for a while to like bring back and tie back together.
Yeah, I thought that was
It's not like they're rushing to close out every story arc. It's like they're taking their time.
yeah. Yep, that was pretty cool. I'm looking forward to them talking to Stain again just cuz he was one of the coolest out of in my opinion, he was one of the coolest out of all the villains until, you know, I saw more of Shigaraki. Now he's cool.
I wonder if Stain will join the battle in season 6.
Now that too is also interesting because he has a reason to kill. I don't know if he would join, you know, the Liberation Front just because what's their reason for killing? Are they just gonna get rid of all quirk users? We kind of still don't really know, other than just
Yeah.
we're evil, so we're gonna kill.
Yeah, so it's their motivation is more complicated than that, but I'm actually wondering would he fight on the hero's side?
I know. Yet, you know, that's what I was thinking because it's like, you know, his reason for killing certain heroes is because he thought that they were not worthy. Now, if he feels like there's a good amount of people who are worthy enough versus not being worthy and vice versa, who knows? I don't know what's. I think he would be more on the hero side.
Yeah, he
Stains.
might. Yeah, QRW6 to clarify that Stan's in jail, so he could
Yeah.
definitely be out though.
Yeah, oh yeah, he could definitely break out. Like maybe they'll be like, oh shit, the League of Villains, not the League of Villains, the Liberation Front is attacking Stain. We're gonna let you out of jail.
Yeah, or I could see it more like Yeah, it was more like the jail being overrun by the villains or something, and giving Stan a chance to get out, than figuring out what he's gonna do.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of questions that are left unanswered just because of how it ended, and the part after the credits where it's just like, oh shit, they're about to fight. I just want to know what's gonna happen. I want to see what's gonna happen. I'm so excited, and I'm just overall, I'm excited. I'm excited. What about you?
Yep, definitely excited.
So now that we're finally at the end of season 5 of My Hero Academia, what are your overall thoughts of this season as a whole?
Well, the second half has some of my favorite of any of My Hero. First half not as good, but I still feel like it wasn't enough to bring down how much I like the series as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So this is definitely going to be in my top 5 anime of the year. I'm not quite sure where I'll place it.
Okay. Yeah, as for me, I definitely think the first half of the season was, I don't know. I felt like it didn't need to be 12 episodes. They literally could have done a montage of this, and if they wanted to focus one or even 2 episodes max on this whole them battling, then I would have been fine with that. But I don't know. I didn't think it needed to be 12 episodes. I was just like so over with and done by like I forget which episode, but I remember just going, "Oh, why did I pick out of all the seasons to do this episodically on a podcast this season?
Yeah,
I could have done season 4, season 3, even 2, but no. Season 5 had to be the one."
but at the same time, I think this has shown both of us that we enjoy marathoning it more than just watching it weekly.
Yeah, I think even though I'm excited for the next season, I'm gonna just marathon it because
Yeah, we'll do a podcast like after an arc or the season's over.
yeah. But yeah, the first half was just I feel like it could have been a lot shorter, but I do agree. Once it got past, the Class A versus Class B arc, it started getting to the regular My Hero Academia phase where you had story, you had character building, you had an evil slowly getting more powerful, and just the heroes kind of on edge because they don't know what's going to happen. So it's definitely a season that's more devoted to character building, and I think the payoff of season 6 is going to make season 5 all the worthwhile.
Yeah, especially like incorporate Class 1B more.
Right. Right. And
Yes,
I
if
I
highlighting them in season 5 makes season 6 better, it could be more worthwhile.
yeah, absolutely. So I definitely think there's going to be a nice payoff with this, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This is not my favorite season of My Hero by any stretch of the matter, but I didn't hate it, but it wasn't my super favorite either. I would say overall it was just okay. Like
Yeah,
I would probably skip the first half again and just go right to the the last part again if I
yeah.
ever
If I
wanted to watch
rewatch
the
it,
season.
I'll probably skip like most of the first part. But yeah, I
Right.
feel like pretty much like all the seasons have had like a really strong part and then a not so strong part.
Hmm. Yeah,
Because like season 2, I think season 2 is the only one where I really liked all the parts of it. Season 3, we had the we had the League of Villains attacking and the All for One battle, which are great, but then we had the licensing exams, which I wasn't too impressed with. Season 4 had Overhaul, which is great, and then the School Festival, which was I liked it, but I can see why people wouldn't. And then this one, we just had the order reversed.
right. Exactly. QRW6 season 5 is still good. Manga readers were the ones putting the season down. People put it beyond expectations due to the My Villain Academia. Yeah. Yeah, and well, I mean, I guess the past season too, it kind of like put me over on expectations too because I love that first part of season 4 when it's Deku and the little girl taking on Overhaul and it's just this overpowered battle. That was so awesome.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I was just so looking forward to the same thing in season 5, and I guess when I didn't get that, like I said, I was just a little disappointed, but you know,
Yeah, I feel like if the
it's
order of the arcs were reversed, then you would have like been really excited at the start again.
right. And I feel like if they would have did it that way, it probably would have been better. They just get all that out of the way, then they just, all right, well, here's some filler of Class A versus Class B.
Yeah, like stretch that out more than have a few episodes of filler at the end with the classes fighting, and then like tie into what the League of Villains and the battle with them at the very end of the season.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, like I said, probably not my favorite season. I still would rank them like 3, 2, 4, 1, 5. That's how I would do it in that order. Even though I'd really, uh, maybe I'd switch 4 with 1, but I still liked like 2, 3, and 2 were probably some of my favorite
Yeah.
seasons of My Hero Academia.
I think 2 is my favorite just because it was so consistently good. So I didn't
Yeah.
care for Stain Park as much, but I think that was also because it was like overhyped to a degree, both by the community and also the show itself.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think 2 is still my favorite. Then probably 4 because I did like the school festival arc in the end.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3, I did not care for the license exams all that much. So probably 2, then 4, then 3 and 5 are pretty equal.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then
think
1's also equal with those as well.
Yeah, I think I put 3 at the very top just because, like I said, of that my favorite scene of all time of you know all one for all taking on one for all anyway All Might taking on All for One and just throwing everything behind that one punch, and you saw that he was willing to sacrifice everything even if it meant people seeing the symbol of hope look the way that he did, but oh, and then just pointing to Deku and saying, "Now it's your turn." Oh, that gets me every
Oh,
time.
yeah, did you notice in episode, the 112 that Shigaraki was referred to as a symbol of fear or who would become the symbol of fear?
Oh yeah, yeah. So now Deku, who's supposed to be the newest symbol of hope, Shigaraki in turn is going to be the symbol of fear, and they share All for One in some way, shape, or form. It's
Yeah.
definitely building to some interesting story developments.
Oh, they also have the scenarios that they both destroy their arms when they were fighting and going all out.
That I noticed that too. I noticed that too. I was like, holy crap, they're really trying to draw the parallels from both characters, like the absolute evil to the absolute good.
Yeah, and I think Shigaraki is the reason that I like the show so much. Like Deku and all the heroes are great, but Shigaraki just adds another layer of complexity to everything.
He really does. He really does. QRW6, I'm in the same boat as saying season 5 is the lowest. I agree. Season 1 was a mixer of recap and Deku crying. Deku did like to cry a lot in that season. He really did. He was just a cry little boy. Even when he was a little kid going, "Mom, I don't have powers." And then when he finally got it, "Mom, I have powers."
And now he just makes noises as reactions to the weird stuff that happens.
Right, and he thinks out loud really quick, and he's just like, and he talks to himself, and people think he's weird when he does that.
I do like how he like accidentally said that he was really blessed without meaning to and ignoring the people around him.
And freaking what's his name? Not Toriyama, but the bird. He's just like,
Yeah,
could you please pass the ponzu sauce?
yeah. Like, okay, I'm glad you're blessed, but can you like get that? I'm hungry. I want that.
Yeah, ponzu sauce is delicious. So I can definitely understand where he's coming from. Pass the damn ponzu.
I don't even know what it is, but now I want it.
It's really good. It's like it's hard to explain, but I use I dip my dumplings in it, and it tastes oh
Oh,
so
okay.
good. It's like a mixture of soy sauce and something sweet. I don't know. It's delicious.
Oh, maybe that's what my friend mentioned because she's obsessed with dumplings from Costco and said that there's a really good sauce that goes with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, delicious. Now I'm hungry. I want some of that. The Deku muttering. Yeah, he definitely he overthinks some things sometimes when, you know, Bakugo's the complete opposite. I just jump in and do it.
Exactly. We should be more like Bakugo.
Yes. Anyone listening out there, don't be a Deku. Be a Bakugo. But I guess on that note, was there anything else that we wanted to add about season 5?
Yes, everything.
Everything, just throw it all in there, and just let's all watch it again and marathon it again.
Let's do that. Then we'll do another podcast.
It will be like, why did we do that? We should have never done that. I'm so sorry I did this.
Well, I mean, I have been watching X-Arm lately, so I'm kind of used to pain.
Why are you watching X-Arm?
Because I wanted to see how bad it is, and I've been disappointed that it's not all that bad.
You're kidding, right?
I mean, if you look past the weird animation, it's almost a competent story. So it's like, it's not good enough for me to like, but it's also not bad enough for me to dislike. So I'm sad.
I'm getting Vietnam flashbacks just thinking of that damn show. Well, anyway, I guess that's it for the My Hero Academia podcast, season 5.
EA now needs to go get dumplings.
I need dumplings, and I need to forget you ever mentioned X-Arm.
Okay, we'll do a podcast on that when I'm done with it.
Oh, I already did one, and trust me,
we'll do another one.
I'll never do it again. I'll never ever do it again. Never in a million years. But
what about when season 2 comes out?
Season 2 ain't ever gonna come out. Nobody wants to watch a season 2 of that.
I agree with you.
So yes, whenever season 6 comes around, I'm pretty sure we're just going to marathon it. And you know what? If we decide to do a podcast about My Hero Academia season 6, it'll more than likely it'll just be a marathon of it, or maybe we'll split it up into 2 parts, first half, second half.
We'll
I don't
see
know.
you guys in like a year when we have something to talk about.
Right. We'll see you in a couple of years when everything's over and we can just like watch it all at once.
Exactly.
But yes, Kira W6, it's been good.
Yes, thank you for stopping by.
It's been good, everyone that's been listening to us since the beginning of this back in the spring. And yeah, everybody have yourself a wonderful rest of the year, and we will see you in the next podcast.
All right, talk to you then.
Who knows? Maybe our next podcast will be that Rent a Girlfriend season 2. We're going to do that with C.
Don't remind me.
All right. Later.